Okay, folks, today's date is June 14th, 2000, or June 14th or June 15th. It's June, yeah, it's June 14th, 2025. Sorry, I don't pay attention to the date usually, unless I have an appointment or whatever. This is just a video to showcase to you some evidence, different evidences, and you would not be able to believe what's been captured at this spot that I literally just moved to just a few days ago. So just bear with me. Okay. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully, my fellow American citizens. Pay attention to everything that I show you. First of all, this thing right here that's on the side of my face, these things are rarely put here. Okay, rarely put here. And when they are put here, they are absolutely put there at safe settings. That's all I got to say about it. Okay. And by the way, these are related to TENS units, so I want you to know that even there are massive exposures on the internet that show people wearing TENS units at these types of at these areas. Absolutely. So it's not an unhealthy choice, and there's a reason for me doing it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Bear with me a second. Okay, and by the way, I want you to know, and if this is gonna sound a little funny, but just, I'm gonna say it anyways. I want you to know, just you would not believe what's going on. I want you to know, my fellow American citizens, I take care of myself hygiene-wise. The crime and gang stalking made me homeless from several apartments in Michigan and Tennessee. I've been gang stalked up the wazooks along my routes. I've been gang stalked to homeless shelters. You just would not believe what's happening to me. I can't even believe at time that I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. Okay. So anyways, I want you to know that if you ever see in my videos where my hair might look a little oily, you want to know what that is? I am being targeted so friggin' bad to the head that the only way to get certain pains in control is to use this type of pain reliever cream and put the cream itself right on the scalp, or and at other times a cloth that I put the cream on and then put the cloth on my scalp. And you're going to witness some evidence in this video that's going to show you the different areas I'm being targeted at. So first of all, what I want you to know is pay attention to when I open my eyes up wide. I want you to pay attention to first the discolorization here on my nose. Now, I don't expect you to understand that. I'm not going to go into a long drawn out statement concerning why you're being shown the specific things you are. This is just a video to showcase to you physical effects of the targeting that I endure on a non-stop basis every single day and night. Now, they must have targeted me to the face and head, which I know they did because of the way I felt when I woke up as I was sleeping. So I want you to look at my eyes when I do the following, which is this. Okay? Look at all that. They're literally killing me. I kid you not. Okay? Now I got the same colorization on the side of my ears. Okay? And I want you to notate this as well. I don't know how well you can see it. The straight white line that goes across my nose. Okay? Um, okay, and I'm not in the best lighting right now for you to see the true nature of what I'm showing you. Plus also, they've been mostly targeting my torso and back area lately, as well as the hips and the pelvic area and stuff. So I want you to just bear with me for about 2 seconds here, because what I gotta do is I gotta make sure that I cover up my front chest area, so I can show you what's on my back. Now this would be the left back area, so I gotta position the phone in the right way. Bear with me a second, please. I'm not sure how well I can do this, because let me first unplug the charger, so fix the phone. And look at all that weight I've lost on my arm. Look at all that saggy stuff. That stuff was not there months ago. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how badly they're targeting my arms, my legs, practically every area of my body, my face, and my head is shrunk like you. Look at this. Would you just look at this? Okay. Oh, absolutely. Look at this. I was never like this before. Oh, absolutely. So let me go ahead and try and see how well I can show you my back. Okay, I don't know how well it's going to capture it. I might have to turn around and make a video with the camera lens. So hold on, first I got to touch it. And bear with me a second. Oh, what the hell? I can't find it now. Hold on, I got to use the other arm. Gotta find it first. Okay. So let's see. Oh, wait a minute. So find it. Okay. So do you see where my hand's at right now? Okay. Now look at my hand, and then look at my index finger go up and down. Okay, so that is actually right on the shoulder blade. Okay, now right at the tip of that index finger that you see going up and down is a big gigantic protruded burn. It's a burn level. So let's see how well you can see it if I bring the phone around like this. Hold on. It's a very awkward position here, folks. Oh, absolutely. So what I'll do is try and I'll tell you what, I'll bring the phone up this way and let's see if you can see it over here. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture it through the home screen. I might have to try and make the video through the camera lens concerning this aspect of what I'm trying to expose throughout this video. Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm going to probably have to make the video through the camera lens on the back because it's in too much of an awkward position for me to be able to maneuver to maneuver my arms up in there to show it to you. I don't have one of those extension rods. There it is. See it? Okay, so you see it? That's a directed energy weapon burn. It's either a directed energy weapon burn or it's an implant burn, where they overloaded the implant and the energy just came out from inside to the outside. So this is the left back, okay? I can barely see what I'm showing you because of the way my head has to tilt to look at the home screen. So there it is right there, you see that? That's a big mother, okay? This is the effects of torture of these sick little demented bastards, okay, that are remotely interfacing with me. Now, if that's an implant burn, that means that they were overloading the implant, and as a direct result, the energy popped out from the tissue from the inside out. And it's actually a burn boil. It's a burn boil. Okay, it's not a scab yet. Now listen to this. First of all, let me get my shirt back on so I can hide my embarrassment. Okay, so I want you to listen to me very, 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 very closely. On June 12th, today's date is the 14th, on June 12th, 2025, at this very spot, after I went to the bathroom, the crime of getting stuck made me homeless, so you can just imagine what it takes for me to go to the bathroom, number 1 and 2. Okay? Now, as I was going to the bathroom, okay, and then taking care of myself after I went, in the process of taking care of myself, one of my fingers rubbed up against the inner part of my left buttock. And then that's how I discovered that I have another 4th degree burn on my left buttock. So what I did, and just excuse my intermittent comical posture, so what I did was I then got up and I made statements in my tape recorder saying I got another 4th degree burn on my butt. The burns are so bad they way surpass 3rd degree burns. Oh, absolutely. So what I did was I said, okay, I got one of those another burns on my butt. That's about this size, literally. Okay, so pay attention to the circle I'm making with the fingers. It's literally about this size. Okay, on my left buttock, and the part of the buttock where the part of the buttock starts to, it's right next to. Okay, so if you can picture this being the buttock, and this part down here being the bottom of the buttock. Okay, and then this side right here is what goes up in towards the front private part area, while the other part of it starts to go up into the pelvic floor, so it's right around here. And you'll see the videos, okay? Yeah, and I put some photos from the video on Twitter already. This burn is this big, okay? So about the size that I'm making right there with my fingers concerning the circular, thing I'm showing you. It's about that big, okay? And it's definitely a burn that's coming from whatever is placed in my buttock. Now, if it can ever be proven that what is in my buttock is connected to the bladder and bowel scientific article that I, through God's grace, was able to discover, just trust me when I say they better pray I can never prove that. Oh, absolutely. And by the way, you should also know this. Check this out. In fact, check this out. I'm literally realizing it as I'm speaking. It's funny the way the brain kind of reorientates information back to you as you're talking about a possible related subject matter. So this, the bladder and bowel scientific article literally shows not only electrodes, okay, placed in the buttock area, but also shows electrodes placed in the lower tailbone area, and then an area directly above that on the spine. But it also shows one being placed where? Okay, right around the shoulder blade. It can either be the right side or the left side. Now, 2 days ago, when I went to the bathroom, in fact, it was either yesterday morning or the morning before, when I went number two, okay, what I do, as a result of these demented bastards making me homeless from at least 4 apartments in Michigan and Tennessee, I gave up on renting apartments. I gave up on it. I've been getting stuck to homeless shelters that I didn't even want to go to, but I got steered to go to them through techniques and methods and even theft that this crime staged. They wanted me at homeless shelters, you fucking better believe it. So anyways, I could talk about that easily for an hour. Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm an average American citizen just like you, taken out of my home, my own apartment. And there's women all over the internet talking about the same thing happening to them, as well as other women. 70% of the victims are women. So do you have to even guess what that's about? I see it every day, where victims who are women, and men are just equally important who are being targeted, absolutely, always. But these women are literally even showing hidden video cameras that they have propped up in the hallways outside of their apartment door, and their neighbors that go back and forth wearing, literally, wearing color coding, rubbing up against their door, and much more. Oh, absolutely. So they stalk you to your apartment and play a bunch of fucking games, including break-ins, and then they eventually make you homeless from it. And the police all over the country allow every bit of it. Every bit of it, they allow it. Absolutely. All over the country, they allow every single bit of it. Okay? Absolutely. Every crime that happens to every gang stalking target, the police allow every single one. Everyone. Okay? Everyone. Okay. Now, so when I got to go number two, as a result of me not having my apartment anymore, what I do is I go number two in these green produce bags that I get from the grocery store. I do my business and then I take care of myself, complete the entire action, wiping myself and all that, and then I hygienically deal with the bag, and then I put it in an area to where, kids can't stumble across it, or, I take care of my business and I do it in a nice, healthy, safe way concerning myself and the environment. Okay, absolutely. So, after I got done going number two, I was wiping myself off, and one of my fingers hit the burn. So I have already experienced this before. Absolutely. So I again made another video of the same type of burn 2 days ago, June 12th, 2025, at this fucking spot. Okay? Now, on many, many massive, 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 let's just put it to you this way, on practically every single audio file between May 30th and June 11th, at least, shows me openly state, indisputably openly state, that my buttock area, my pelvic area, and my legs are experiencing massive fucking radiation dumps. They are so fucking bad to where if you got any type of implant, whether it be a ground implant and or an implant that's helping conduct the energy they're dumping to it, it then creates a burn. So think about what I'm saying. Tape recorder audio files, okay, run by electronic time and date stamp. When you make repeated statements in each audio file that your front pelvic area and your back tailbone area is experiencing radiation dumps, okay, well, why would they be experiencing radiation dumps? Because the implants are connected to each other, okay, by and through specific types of biomedical wires. Absolutely. Some are working through cup electrodes that are put in nerves. Absolutely. And then from there, they then get their signal from the nerve, and then the implant gets their signal. But then other ones also are attached by and through wires, right? So oh, absolutely. So once the first one, or because they can be set in arrays. Okay, so let me just draw you a fast picture here real fast, because I don't want to get bogged down into this. I got other stuff I gotta do. So, let me just show you something here real fast. Okay, so this right here, that you're seeing right here, you can see it pretty well, because the lighting in here ain't that great. Take a snap screenshot of that. So you can have 4 of these on your spine. Okay, and then what they do is they receive a signal from the implant that's in the nerve, or the nerve root of the spine, that's connected to your bladder and bowel movement. Okay? bladder and bowel implant. And what the sick little twisted fucks are doing is they're able to send an electric signal to that implant that's in the central nervous system, which then, that electric signal then activates these implants. And then once these become activated, either the original signal or what is made up of, concerning what the material is made up of, the implant then sends electricity energy to the other connected array of electrodes. Then that energy goes into the other connected, okay, electrodes, which include down in, so these right here, these four are on the spine, these two are at the tailbone, and then they're connected to the ones that go to the buttock and the back of the thigh. Now there's one of these connected to the system that's also where? Directly on, either below, okay, or on, below the shoulder blade, the trapezoid muscle, or directly around it on top. And what did I just fucking show you? A massive fucking burn. Now, a couple days ago, when I went number 2, right after I went number 2, a little while after that, I made a statement in my fucking tape recorder. I said, I just went number 2, and I literally felt electric current go down from my left side back area, down into my fucking spine, okay, down into my pelvic floor of my butt, right around my rectum. It literally was shooting electricity going back up into that area where this fucking burn's at right now. Right now. And I didn't even know the burn was there until I lifted up my arm about 15-20 minutes ago to scratch myself, and that's how I found the burn. Okay, because I usually get targeted to the right side. So I made a statement in my tape recorder. I said, what the fuck? Because they do so much pulsing to my right back around the same area that I thought to myself, if I got this bladder and bowel PDF shit in me, bladder and bowel, if I got the bladder and bowel stuff in me related to the bladder and bowel scientific article, I always thought that the part that goes on the back was related to the right side, but it actually might be the left. Okay, and they might have different shit going on in the right. Oh, absolutely. Look, folks, burns don't appear for no reason. These are burns that are coming. Yeah, they're overloading it because they interface with this fucking shit so much on a non-stop basis, so fucking much. A few days ago, and this is my last statement. Excuse me. A few days ago, for the first time in my entire life, like right now, this entire area of my head has got massive heat. This entire area right here has got massive fucking heat. And this whole area up in here is dedicated to the primary and or premotor cortex. Absolutely. That's associated with limb movement. Arms, hands, elbows, shoulder, legs. Okay? So about, I don't know what date it was. It was here within the last 10 days. I was forced through trauma to make a small video of my vagina. The first time in my entire life, okay, because I was literally experiencing burn cuts in the upper part of my vagina, and I felt it and burning pain going shooting throughout my vagina. So I thought to myself, I got to start visually cataloging, okay, these burns that are on my vagina. They're burn cuts, where they're overloading, they're dumping so much energy into the pelvic area that it's literally even going through, because your vagina is right there in your front pelvic area. Your vagina is right there, okay? So, and this has happened on hundreds of dates, by the way, okay, concerning the cuts. They're burn cuts, where the skin separates itself from each other, just like the top of a baked potato when you overcook it, okay? And you can feel it, because when you're rubbing up against it to wipe yourself, okay, the urine is, when you go to the bathroom, the urine a little bit gets on around your surrounding vagina area. Then when you wipe yourself, that urine touches the burn cut, and then you feel the steam. So I thought to myself, I got another burn cut. Oh, absolutely. All right, now hold on, because I'm literally being heavily targeted right now, all to this fucking upper area up in here. And do you notice how my hair is white up all in that area as well? Okay, yeah, I've seen some posts over the years where targets say anywhere that you might have implants at and where you're being interfaced a lot with through them, your hair is going to turn white. Oh, absolutely. So bear with me a second. So I thought to myself, it might be a good idea for me to start, on occasion, making a video or at least a photo of the burn cuts on the vagina. So I went ahead and made a video, and the entire vagina area is pure white. Pure white. Okay? Now the vagina is right in the middle of both of the sides of your front pelvic area. Okay? So if I can ever prove that the leg scientific article, leg implant scientific article is related to me, that's what's turning it white. I got thousands of statements on my tape recorders openly show me state that I'm experiencing radiation dumps in my front pelvic area and my tailbone area. Okay? And they've been overloading me so fucking bad. I think it just got to a point to where the energy stays in the body, like in the surrounding musculatory tissue, and maybe even in the wires that are connecting the electrodes, that when you then finally do go to the bathroom, and you're doing that forcing of going to the bathroom, the energy is just getting kind of like nudged up against, and it's shooting back up into the wire, back up into one of its connecting electrodes. Is that why yeah, absolutely. Okay, is that an additional reason why I got this massive burn mark on my back? Because think about it. You think to yourself, I'm going to let you go. The following statement, I'm going to let you go. Think about what I'm saying here. 2 days ago, I made a statement in my fucking tape recorder. 2 days ago, I said when I went number 2, as I was going number 2, pressing it out, okay, I felt a current go straight up from the tailbone area, up into the side of the abdominal area, then up into the back in a straight, not in a straight line, but straight up, okay? Straight up into the very fucking spot that this burn is at. Literally. Okay, now the areas that I'm enduring the vast majority of these dumps is fucking hiking areas. Okay, where I experience massive, simultaneously, multiple tones that are simultaneously perpetrated through a specific type of acoustic technology that cannot be caught on tape recorders, but my sound spectrum analyzer app has picked up. Okay, electrical frequency phasing, okay, and other intentionally propped up noise and other shit that's occurring to the ears, and the community-based noise harassment. Now, when you see the tweet chain that's going to be put in the description of this video, you want to dissect every single thing you see. The pictures attached in each tweet, it's a tweet chain, tweets stacked on top of each other. Dissect everything you see, research everything you see, including all the related article from the scientific article, from the original scientific article, research the contents of the scientific article, and then when you get to the bottom of them, research every attached related article link. Okay? Oh, absolutely. And at least the leg, at least in the scientific article related to the leg, okay, to the leg implants, okay, you're going to see praxis cochlear. Praxis cochlear has to do with cochlear implants, sound conversion to electrical signal, and then it goes to the spinal column. The spinal column then transfers that electrical signal to the attached electrodes. And any gang stalking victim that has anything like this in them, the bile horrors, okay, that are responsible for the in real time non-stop remote interface sound conversion to the things I just mentioned, they're not allowing targets to prove that they've been implanted, because they already know what they've done to the victim, they know what they're doing to the victim, they know what they plan on continuing to do to the victim. So it's reported all over the nation that they're covertly colluding with university hospitals, affiliated medical clinics, even private practice doctors, and intimidating them out of helping victims. If victims can't prove they're implanted, it allows the filthy horrors to continue the torture. They're literally disseminating you from the inside out, which means they're disintegrating you internally. Purposely, with premeditation, meaning before they even start each day's interface, okay, each day's interface, and they even target you while you're sleeping, before they even start it, because it's all calibrated, they do it to disintegrate you purposely. Why do you think all that fucking muscle mass is gone in my arms, my legs, my face? my stomach, my torso, my buttocks. Because they know if you got, because I guess the things carefully, if you got this shit in you, they already know that what's in you can cause you to lose muscle mass. And so, because you got to put it to you this way, consider this, and this will be my last statement. Consider this, folks, very carefully. When you go through the scientific articles, at least 2 of them openly state that overuse and over interface will cause the person to lose muscle mass. So they already know it. So if you got medical evidence of fucking burns and your fucking muscles and your skin pure white, and the way they're interfacing with you is causing extreme non-stop pain every fucking day, do you honestly fucking believe that that's coming from natural healthy interface? Because why would they feel the need to send extreme dumps into the arm, the chest, okay, the arms, the chest, the pelvic area, the buttock area, the legs, when the victim is sitting down? If the victim's sitting down, they're not walking. So what type of interface, what type of normal interface would they believe that they would have so that they could then turn around and claim, well, this shit was put in this victim because we were remotely interfacing with the victim in order to see, okay, the electrophysiological signals, okay, and the gait of motion of walking. If the victim ain't walking, they're just sitting. So why would they feel the need to overload the cuff electrodes in the ligaments and in the nerves and send massive functional electrical stimulation to the fucking muscles if the legs are not in motion? They got 2 motos, okay? One of those motos was briefly discussed today in a 4-part video series, abso-fucking-lutely, and will be expanded upon in an upcoming video series that will be related to that video series, abso-fucking-lutely, and the other one is an intentional muscle mass loss. I got intentional. While they're intentionally also targeting the organs. Okay, these people are fucking demented, man. They're fucking psychopathic fucking freaks. They're murderers. They're literal murderers. And by the way, I literally just saw a tweet on Twitter before I started this video that openly, directly stated, gang stalking is not stalking. It's premeditated murder. They know exactly what they're doing. Any crime that implants you non-consensually and then purposely doesn't allow hospitals and doctors all over the fucking nation to allow you to prove the effects of torture as a result of the interface, the remote interface, and the fact that you're implanted to begin with, well, what are they hiding? They're hiding the effects, and they're hiding the fact the implants are there to begin with because they know they interface with the implants to create the effects.